Hey, all right. Here's some lesson on Woodstock, the Woodstock Music and Art Fair that took place in Bethel Woods, New York, 1969, and between August 15th and Monday, August 19th. It was supposed to be a 3-day festival. It stretched an extra day. Uh, there was a lot of mud. There was a tremendous amount of rain. It was probably at the height, no one knows for sure, but it's estimated about 550,000 to 600,000 people attended the concert, with another 2 million people stuck on the way there. Uh, so before we go, let me just I'll take a look at this right here. Here is Bethel Woods, right? This is where the concert took place. Now here's where you are out on Walk Hill. Now, before, originally the concert was supposed to take place in Woodstock, New York, up here where the cursor is, but they were evicted from there. Michael Lang, who's the organizer of the festival, wanted to have a tribute to his uh, hero, Bob Dylan, and they weren't allowed to have the festival there. So they thought about having it in Saugerties, and they moved to Saugerties, which they were also evicted from Saugerties, which Saugerties is a little bit above Kingston. Saugerties is right about here, or their Saugerties. And then they settled down in Middletown, and they started making extensive preparations for the festival in Middletown. And about 31 days, 1 month before the festival was to begin, the festival was due to take place August 15th. I think on July 13th, they were evicted from Middletown. No one wanted all those hippies hanging around and bringing all that stuff in there is basically what the ruling was. So they got kicked out. And then they settled up on what we at Bethel Woods, which is right here. So when I mentioned another 2 million people were stuck on the way there, those folks were stuck. This is Route 17, which was actually closed. They closed Friday night. And on 17B. So people just pulled their cars over on the road and they just hung out, right? So this is all in the upstate New York area, from Woodstock, then to Saugerties, then it wound up down in Middletown, and then it finished up in Bethel Woods. Bethel Woods is about 55 minutes from the high school. We were going to go there on a field trip. Next year, I'll try to make that trip happen again. If we go back to school this year, it'd be great if we could do that. So I'm also going to put this really cool PowerPoint in the Schoology, so you should check through it. It has a lot of stuff in it, a lot of pictures, lots of video links. I'm going to be directing you to the video links to watch. Every day, I'm going to send you a music link, a famous song or an act from Woodstock for you to listen to and to make a comment on. This is some of my favorite stuff. I love this stuff here. Here is Michael Lang on your left. This is Michael Lang. This is Max Yasgur, whose farm it was. He ended up renting them the land 1 month before the festival. This is a guy named Artie Kornfeld, who was also the inspiration, mostly this guy. These two guys took care of the musical acts. It was on Max's farm. And the guys these two guys were the money guys. They were trust fund kids. They had millions of dollars. These guys were all in their early 20s. So these guys put up about $2 million to make the festival happen. The highest paid musician there was Jimi Hendrix. I think it was $18,000. And he was the closer of the show. And the most inexpensive performer was Carlos Santana, who had just graduated high school and was paid about $2,000, who put up an unbelievable performance. I was lucky enough that past summer that we spent the day of Woodstock, my family listened to Carlos Santana on the Woodstock site, 50-year anniversary. It was amazing. So here's the Yasgur farm. This is Max and his wife overlooking the field at the end of the concert. So I have all this cool stuff for you to see, cool links. Here's the field before they did any work. They're starting to build the stage. The stage at Woodstock is one of the biggest stages that ever was constructed. Here's some other stuff. You can see the stage down here. Here is Tent City. Here's about 600,000 people spread out. So just amazing. So I'll put some stuff in Schoology. Your assignment right now is to either, I want you to put in Schoology, do you have any questions you want to learn about the Woodstock Festival, or what comes to your mind when you hear about the Woodstock Festival? And that's it. What questions do you have, and or what impressions, or what do you think of when you hear the name Woodstock? So more later. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys soon.